live at FAU Baseball Stadium on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. I'm Maddox Greenberg. Today is Selection Sunday for those who enjoy college basketball. But first, some NCAA baseball action here in windy Boca Raton, Florida, as the 16-3 Florida Atlantic Owls look to sweep the 2-12 Bradley Braves of the Missouri Valley Conference. For the first ever weekend series between these two programs, the Owls shut out the Braves 6-0 Friday night, and then yesterday, Saturday evening, won 14-4. The Braves opened the game yesterday with one run, but the Owls kept them scoreless throughout the duration of the game until the top of the ninth inning. Designated hitter John Schroeder was an unstoppable offensive force for the Owls in the last game, scoring a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 6th inning and collecting 5 RBIs, 3 hits, and 2 runs. The starting pitcher for FAU is freshman sensation James Littman, who has a 2-0 record, and as a leadoff pitcher is .350. Drew Polite, the junior right-handed pitcher, will be starting for Bradley. He is 1-2 this season with a 15.55 ERA. When we return, we'll go over the starting lineups and the first pitch. I'm Maddox Greenberg, and you're listening to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. Starting lineups for Bradley. As starting at the top of the batting order, shortstop Jackson Smith, then center fielder Cole Smith, then right fielder Mason Breidenbach, then designated hitter Bobby Atkinson, then second baseman Bo Durbin, first baseman Timmy O'Brien, catcher Nick Hosey, third baseman CJ Trask, left fielder Ashton Horcham, and Drew Polite will be pitching for Bradley. For FAU starting lineup at the top of the batting order, center fielder Marshall Lipsy, then right fielder Jake Dewar, then third baseman third baseman Patrick Ward, first baseman Jake Millen, catcher Aiden Garcia, second baseman John Martinez, left fielder John Schroeder, designated hitter Joey Slattery, and then finally shortstop Braden LaRoe. James Lemon be pitching for FAU. 2-0 record, the true freshman out of West Boca High. Pitched 19.1 innings, struck out 16 batters, a strong pitcher for the Owls. The Owls will be wearing their green uniforms because tomorrow will be St. Patrick's Day, wearing green shirts, blue caps, white pants. Bradley wearing red caps, red shirts, and gray pants. Just moments away from this third and final game of this weekend series. The first time these two programs are playing each other in a weekend series, and the first time the game being played in Boca Raton as the Owls are hosting. The Owls are 1-0 over the Braves entering this series. They've won the last two games, looking for the series sweep today. Very windy here in Boca Raton, wondering how that'll be affecting the pitching and the batting. Didn't affect that much the other day for FAU. The team having one of their players, John Schroeder, having 5 RBIs, 3 hits, with one of them going over right field for a 3-run home run. Looking at yesterday's stats for FAU, they had a total of 18 hits and 14 runs. They looked strong against the wind. 43 seconds away from the starting pitch. Littman opened the season in the season opener final game of this season opener when they played against Delaware. Jackson Smith, the shortstop for Bradley, the lefty, stepping up to plate. We're now starting here. The top of the first with the first pitch by Littman, low under the zone, ball 1. Littman with a windup. Could be a ball 2. That was high above the zone. Third pitch. Be a strike 1. 2-1 count. Hits the ground. Grounds out over to the shortstop, baby Ward, over to Millen at first. And that'll be the first out for FAU. Now another Smith stepping up the plate. Be Cole Smith, the second in the batting order for the Bradley Braves. Base is empty, top of the first. Strike 1 for Littman against Cole Smith. Cole Smith grounds out back to Ward. Ward throwing across to Millen at first. Second out for the Owls. Mason Breidenbach, the right fielder for Bradley, stepping up to plate. He had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 strikeout yesterday in their 14-4 loss. Littman with the windup. Ball 1. Ball 1, strike 1 is the count. And field shifted a little bit to the right against the lefty batter. low pitch out of the zone. 2-1 count. 2 outs, bases empty. Two count. That was a strike. And ground ball, and it hits, flies over to the left field. Mason Bryanbach gets to first. Bobby Atkinson, fourth on the batting order for the Bradley Braves, the senior lefty. Went against Littman, the freshman righty for FAU. Tipped foul behind home plate, strike 1. Getting very windy here. Littman checks first with Bryanbach for the Braves at first. 2 outs, 0-1 count. Bobby Atkinson, designated hitter for the Braves at bat. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss by Atkinson, and that ends the top of the first. Though he had to go against 4 batters, Littman has a strong starting for the Owls in his series debut against the Bradley Braves. When we return, Lipsy, then Dewar, then Pat Ward for FAU at the bottom of the first when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox, Greenberg here. Braves went scoreless at the top of the first. Now we're here at the bottom of the first with Drew Polite for the Braves pitching, the right-handed junior from Lindenburg, Missouri, the Jefferson College transfer. First pitch against Marshall Lipsy, and it is a strike 1. Lipsy batting left, the center fielder for the Owls. Swing and a miss by Lipsy. Strike 2. Lipsy had a strong defensive effort during this series. Yesterday he had 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI as he grounds it short towards the shortstop for the Braves. That is Jackson Smith. That was a bunt, and Lipsy jogs to first. Runner on first for the Owls. As Jake Dewar, a strong transfer the Owls got in during this offseason from TCU, batting .481 today, entering today. Another lefty going against the righty. High out of the zone, ball 1. Ball 2. And Polite this season a 15.55 ERA, 1-2 record, pitching 11 innings, allowing 17 hits, 19 runs, striking out 8 batters. He checks first where Lipsy's at. Here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 count. No outs. Strike 1, 2-1 count. Three-one count, because I was outside the zone. The runner is on base. Dewar is .455. This is his 80th at-bat on the season. And he got walked, and both runners advanced to first and second. Still no outs. Patrick Ward, the third baseman for the Owls. The right-handed batter, stepping to bat. He is batting .340. Has a runner in scoring position, which is Lipsy at second. Polite checks second again. Check swing by Ward, strike 1. Yesterday, Ward had 5 at-bats, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Checks second. 10th pitch is out of the hands. Now from the zone from Hosey, and both runners advance from that error. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Pat Ward. Actually, that won't be a check that won't be ruled an error. And that'll be a tip foul over to the right side of the ballpark. 1-1-2 count, as that was a foul ball. Timmy O'Brien, the first baseman for the Braves, moving inside. There's a little space between him and the first base. 2-2 count, ball number 2. And that'll be grounded, base hit through the hands of the shortstop Jackson Smith over to the center, to the left field where Horcham is at, and Lipsy makes it to home plate. And now Dewar makes it to home plate as well with an error from the infield. Be a 2-0 lead for the Owls in the bottom of the first. Still no outs. Runner at first. That is Ward. The base hit that went through the left side. And that'll be the first error for the Bradley Braves. Jake Millen, the first baseman for the Owls, the senior at bat. Lefty versus the right-handed pitcher, Polite. Strike one. No drastic shift in the infield nor the outfield against Millen. Checks first, where Ward is at. With runners on base, Millen is .310, but his batting average is .268 this season. His 72nd at bat. Has 19 hits, 19 runs, 17 RBIs. Check swing, ball one, be a 1-1 count. Millen also has 3 home runs this season. Has 2 sacrifice flies and 1 stolen base. Another check swing. He got struck out, I guess. The count said 1-1. 2-0 count, 1 out for the Braves. Now 5th on the batting order, Aiden Garcia, another transfer for the Owls. Strike one. Strike two. Garcia, the junior from Covina, California, the transfer from Golden West College, a junior community college. High outside the zone, 1-2 count. Garcia, .297 this season. Out of the zone, 2-2. His on-base percentage is .536. His 38th at-bat this season. Has 11 hits, 11 runs, 15 RBIs. Walked 17 times, struck out 9. Has 2 home runs. Full count. With Owls up 2-0 in the bottom of the first. In their final game against the Braves in this weekend series this Sunday afternoon. Low at the ankles and walks Garcia. Now 6 on the batting order is John Martinez for the Owls, the right-handed batter. The freshman batting .358. Garcia's at first, Ward at second in scoring position. Martinez is .320 with runners in scoring position. Polite checks second, throws for his 23rd pitch, and has a strike one. Polite checking second. Throws. Ball one as Martinez didn't swing. His 68th at-bat appearance. 24 hits, 12 runs, 15 RBIs. 1 home run for Martinez outside 2-1 count. With 1 out. Checking second. And tip foul behind home plate off the right side. Be a foul ball, be a 2-2 count. Check second twice. 3-2 count. Count is at full. And tip foul over to the right side out of the ballpark. Count remains at full. Very windy here this Sunday afternoon in Boca Raton, Florida, home of the Florida Atlantic Owls. And that wind is becoming a huge factor. As he checks second, Polite throws, grounded between the bases. And over to the center field. That'll be an RBI single as Ward makes it home. That'll be a 3-0 lead for the Owls. That was as that ball was grounded out towards center field. Now you have Garcia at second and Martinez at first, and the pitching coach for at least one of the coaches for Bradley stepping up to the mound to speak to him in the infield. Polite has struck out one batter, walked two, allowed 2 hits and 2 runs at the bottom of the first inning. He's going to be facing his 7th batter, which is John Schroeder, who's a batter you definitely do not want to be facing against, as he had 5 RBIs and a 3-run home run yesterday during the Owls' 14-4 victory over the Braves. Actually, check that. Polite has now 3 hits, 3 runs, has walked 2 batters, and struck out 1. Schroeder, the switch hitting senior, he's playing left field today for the Owls. He's going to be stepping up batting left. Polite is checking second. 30th pitch is high out of the zone. Ball 1. Polite with a windup. High outside, ball 2. Owls are up early 3-0 with 1 out, runners on first and second. Schroeder batting .222 with runners in scoring position. He is .094. Swing and a miss by Schroeder, be a 2-1 count. His 64th his 64th plate appearance. 14 hits, 14 runs, 13 RBIs. Struck out 14 times with 3 home runs this season. Inside, be a strike 2, be a 2-2 count. And Schroeder, be a foul ball as it hits foul line up the right side. Count still is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. The Owls are up 3 runs to none over the Bradley Braves, with runners on first and second for Schroeder, who's at bat. And that'll be base hit between the third and second base over to the second and third base, off to the left side. And bases are loaded for now number 8 in the batting order for the Owls, Joey Slattery. Slattery, lefty, the senior, batting .375. Slattery was a pinch hitter yesterday for the Owls, had 1 plate appearance, 1 hit, 1 RBI. And that'll be a foul tip. This will be a foul ball as it hits the line. Up to the right side, strike 1. It'll be a foul 1. 0-1 is the count. With the bases loaded, he is 100. 1-1 count. Ball 2. Count is 2-1. Schroeder at first, Martinez at second, Garcia at third. Polite struggling today. Another foul ball hits the foul line up to the right side. Second foul ball be 2-2 count. High pitch. Count is at full. Polite throws, walks, Slattery, runners advance. A 4-0 lead for the Owls. The bottom of the first, and now at the bottom of the batting order is Brando LaRoe making his series debut. And Elvis Dominguez, the head coach for the Bradley Braves, make a pitching change very early in this game at the bottom of the first inning. Polite, his day ends early as a new pitcher for the Braves comes in. We'll return. We'll discuss who is the new pitcher for the Bradley Braves here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 4-0 Owls lead in the bottom of the first inning, and the Braves make a pitching change, taking on Drew Polite for Josh Vaughn, a right-handed freshman from Mapleton, Illinois. His first pitch is a ground, wild pitch. Be a ball one as he's going against Brando LaRoe, the bottom of the batting order for the Owls. The shortstop batting .255, the right-hander. With bases loaded, he is .500. And the bases are loaded with Slattery at first, Schroeder at second, Martinez at third. It's ball two, the second pitch for Josh Vaughn. This season, Vaughn, 7.71 ERA, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, walked 8 batters, struck out 7. Strike 1 for LaRoe, 2-1 count. Owls looking for the series sweep, and they're starting off strong for that. Three-one count, as that was another ball thrown by Vaughn. That'd be a base in between first and second. Over the right side, out of the hands of Bo Durbin. He had control of it, then lost it. With that error, LaRoe makes it to first. Bases remain loaded as Martinez makes it to home. 5-0 lead for the Owls, and back to the top of the batting order here at the bottom of the first inning. Marshall Lipsy, who's 1 for 1 today with a .375 batting average. The center fielder for the Owls. The lefty at bat. Be a low pitch. Ball 1. That was Levon's 6th pitch. Check swing by Lipsy. Lipsy has been walked 17 times this season. And he is tied 15th in the nation in hit by pitches per game. The big swing and the miss by Lipsy. 1-2 count. He's also tied 14th in hit by pitches in the nation with 10. His OBS percentage, 612. That's 8th in the nation. There's also another batter you don't want to be facing, especially with bases loaded. His first time with the bases loaded, and he just struck out. Swinging. Lipsy is out. Second out for the Braves. Now the right fielder, Jake Dewar. Another left batter. Base is still loaded. Strike 1. Vaughn looking to end this awful inning, nightmarish inning for the Braves, giving up 5 runs. Ball 1, strike 1. Wind is growing strong. And the base hit over to the left center field. Hits the runs, rolls to the warning track. And now be a stand-up double. 3 runs for the Owls, and the Owls lead grows to 8-0 in the bottom of the first inning. The ball hit over to the left center field and rolled near the warning track before Horcham could retrieve it for the Braves. 5 hits for the Owls, 1 hit for the Braves. Third batter, Pat Ward, with a runner on second in scoring position. Ball 1. And a very nightmarish inning for the Braves. Vaughn looking to end it. That'll be ball 2. 2-0 count. Low pitch. a ball 3. 3-0 count. Runner at second. Vaughn checks second. Throws. Be a check swing by Ward. Be a strike 1, 3-1 count. Ward. That'll be hit, but beyond the foul line. To the right side, be a foul ball. Count is at full. Ward with a 354 batting average. With 2 runners out, he is 200. With runners in scoring position, he is 400. And he has Dewar at second. Be high, pop out, going fly, pop fly out over to the right side, foul ball. Count remains at full. His first plate appearance for Ward was an RBI single. He also has 1 run, contributing to 1 of 8 runs for the Owls, the bottom of the first. And almost hit by the pitch, but that'll be a foul, probably a ball. So he is walked. For the second time in the bottom of the first, it will be Millen making his second plate appearance, as Hosey, the catcher for the Braves, heads to the mound to speak to his freshman pitcher, telling him got 2 outs, got Millen, who's a 264 batter. We got 2 on base. Just quickly end the inning, get the Braves out of this nightmarish inning. An ugly way to start for the Braves, giving up 8 runs here in the bottom of the first. Vaughn, first pitch against Millen is a strike 1. Vaughn has 1 strikeout when he got subbed in, replacing Polite early in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 count. Check second. That'd be a fly out to left field. Gonna be caught by Horsham. Looked like it was gonna go to right, a little bit of left center field, but with the wind pushing it to left field into the hands of Horsham, and the Braves finally end the first inning and get out of the pickle they are in, giving up 8 runs, 6 hits. Owls up 8-0 when we return. The Braves back on offense with Durbin, then O'Brien, then Hosey. When we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox Greenberg, 8-0 lead for the Owls. And we're here at the top of the second inning with Bo Durbin, second baseman for the Braves, at bat against Littman, and that'll be a base hit forwards the second baseman Martinez, and he gets out Durbin as he throws to Millen at first. Out number one. Timmy O'Brien, the first baseman for the Braves, the right-handed batter junior. Again, here's his first plate appearance this evening. Littman throws strike one. Durbin, who was batting second yesterday. Strike two as he was swinging. Durbin had 4 plate appearances and 1 strikeout. Did not get a hit, did not get a run, did not get an RBI yesterday in the Braves' 14-4 loss. Check swing, ball one. Be a 1-2 count. Infield shifted to the left. Gonna be wild pitch out of the hands of the catcher, Aiden Garcia, for the Owls. 2-2 count. The throws high pitch, almost hits O'Brien on the noggin. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 15 on the pitch clock. Littman throws. The hit over to the center field, easily caught by Marshall Lipsy. 2 outs for the Braves. As number 7 on the batting order, the catcher, Nick Hosey, the lefty, heading to bat. Strike 2. Tip foul to the left side. Foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Hosey had 3 plate appearances, 2 hits yesterday for the Owls. Check that for the Braves. 1-2 count as that was a ball from Littman. Outside, 2-2 count. Base is empty. Infield drastically shifted to the right against the lefty. Have Ward ways away from the third base, but Littman strikes out Hosey in a quick 1-2-3, top of the second inning for the Owls. When we return here, the bottom of the second, it'll be Aiden Garcia, then John Martinez, then John Schroeder, all again at bat for the Owls when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox, Greenberg here, 8-0 run, 8-0 lead for the Owls. In the bottom of the second inning, as the Owls back on offense, with Aiden Garcia, the catcher, stepping to the left side of the batter's box. He's going against Josh Vaughn, a freshman who replaced Drew Polite in the bottom of the first inning. Vaughn throws. That'll be a fly-out foul out of the left side of the ballpark. 0-1 count. The second time Garcia is at bat, as the Owls quickly went through their entire batting order in the bottom of the first. Braves looking to have a stronger defensive stop against the Owls. Low pitch, 1-1 count. Almost hits the ankle of Garcia. It was a very low pitch out of the zone. 2-1 count. Vaughn throws. That'll be a tip foul fly out of the park of the left side. 2-2 count. Garcia making his series debut versus the Braves. Another low pitch, be a full count for Garcia, the junior from Covina, California. And a strikeout. The second K for Vaughn. Sean Martinez, who has a run today for the Owls, the freshman, batting right with a .368 batting average. Has one hit, one run, one RBI. Strike one there. Has an on-base percentage of .423. Check swing. Ball one as the home plate umpire, Ray Chamberlain, looks over to the first base official, Mayhew Edwards. And Edwards said, nope, that is a ball. It'll be a 1-1 count. Tip foul over to the right side, and that goes beyond the stands and near the swimming complex over to the right side outside of the stadium. Be a 1-2 count with Martinez, a second baseman for the Owls. Vaughn throws, and that hits over to the right center field, and almost caught by Bradenbach. Tries to slide it into the catch, couldn't, and Martinez is safe at first. Schroeder heading up to bat. John Schroeder stepping up to bat for the Owls with his .234 batting average. With his 15 hits, 15 runs, 13 RBIs, and 3 home runs, having one hit, one run today. Early in this game, outside ball one. That was the 33rd pitch by Vaughn. One out, runner on first, up by 8 in the bottom of the second inning. Low pitch hits the ground, hits the turf, the dirt. 2-0 count. Big swing and the miss by Schroeder. 2-1 count. Owls have 7 hits. Bradley has 1. And the Braves committed an error in the bottom of the first inning when they gave up 8 runs. Schroeder hits it via foul ball into foul territory. Over to the left side. 2-2 count as Schroeder heads back to home plate. Tip foul off to the right side, hits in front of the Owls bullpen via remains 2-2 count. Outside, full count. Going between the left side, rounded out to the right side. Runners advance. Martinez heads to second as Schroeder makes it to first. That'll be an RBI single. And Joey Slattery for the second time at bat. And Hosey again taking a mound visit with his freshman pitcher Vaughn. Only 1 out in the bottom of the second. Braves out. Braves are down by 8 runs. Hosey returns behind home plate. Vaughn checks second. Slattery with a .375 batting average. Vaughn throws for his 40th pitch. Strike 1. Vaughn checks second, throws. Ball 1's a 1-1 count. Vaughn has given up 4 hits, 1 run, walked 1 batter, struck out 2, allowed one double. The wind is very powerful tonight, very powerful today. And Hosey heading back up to the mound, taking a mound visit with his pitcher. Wondering how this will impact pitching with the wind and the pitching coach. Heads up to the mound for a second. And something to his catcher to help this pitcher. The wind being a factor, the Braves having about 4 walks today. We're going to walk 4 batters, only striking out 3, allowing 1 extra base hit, with the Owls having a .667 batting average as a team. We're here just in the bottom of the second inning. They're up by 8 runs. Runner at first, runner at second. 1 out, 1-1 count. Vaughn throws. It's high via fly out. Going to be caught by the first baseman, Timmy O'Brien. Second out. Now back to the bottom of the batting order. The shortstop, Brando LaRoe, the righty. The senior from Markham, Ontario, Canada, one of 3 position players to start all 57 games last season for the Owls. 54th plate appearance. Out of the zone, ball 1. LaRoe has 14 hits, 9 runs, 11 RBIs. Walked 7 times, struck out 12. Has 1 home run and 4 doubles, while stealing 7 bases. 1-1 count, that was a strike. 8 hits the Owls have. LaRoe is 300 with 2 runners out. The downstairs pitch, be a second ball, 2-1 count. With runners on base, LaRoe is 242. With runners in scoring position, he is 158. So a couple of drastic changes there with runners on base and runners in scoring position. Upstairs, 3-1 count. Vaughn checks second. Throws. And that'll be heads over to the center field. Going to be retrieved by Cole Smith as runners advance. And Martinez. Check that. Schroeder possibly slipped there. However, Martinez makes it home. So a 9-0 lead for the Owls. With the runners on the corners. Elvis Amina speaking to third base umpire Jairo Martinez, questioning that call. It is 2 outs. Runners on corners, and back to the top of the batting order for FAU as Lipsy, the center fielder, for the 3rd time today, making his 3rd plate appearance. Vaughn with his 48th pitch is a strike 1. Vaughn throws. Strike 2, 0-2 count. Downstairs, ball 1 to 1-2 count. High and outside, 2-2 count. Braves have 2 errors, and the Owls don't. That'd be a tip foul to the left side. The field of play. Count remains 2-2 with the runners on the corners for Marshall Lipsey. With the runners in scoring position, he is 348. Slugging percentage is 694. On base percentage is 603. Swings and misses, and Vaughn takes out Lipsey and ends the inning. Even though giving up only 1 run versus 8 in the bottom of the first, the Braves are still down 9-0 when we return here on the FAU Owl Radio. CJ Trask, Ashton Horcham, and Jackson Smith for the Braves be due up when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio, Maddox Greenberg. 9-0, Owls up. Top of the third inning as Littman throws. Swing and a miss by CJ Trask, making his first plate appearance this evening for the this afternoon for the Braves. Strike one. One count as for Littman. Braves batters 1 for 7 today, as that was a tip foul behind home plate up the right side. 1-2 count. Littman winds up, throws. That'll be hit over to the right center field and be caught by Marshall Lipsey. The center fielder for the Owls, and be out number 1. And now the bottom of the batting order for the Braves, Ashton Horcham, the lefty junior, who plays left field for the Braves. Littman throws. That'll be a foul ball grounded out to the right side. 0-1 count. Littman throws the base hit between the over to the right side between the bases, and that'll be a RBI single for Horcham. He heads to first. Now back to the top of the batting order, Jackson Smith. Making his second plate appearance. The shortstop for the Braves. Upstairs, ball 1. That was the second recorded hit for the Braves this afternoon by Horsham, who's at first for the Braves. 2-0 count. Upstairs again, 3-0 count. Lidman has already struck out 2 batters. Has not walked any batters today. Throws be a strike 1, be a 3-1 count. Here at the top of the 3rd inning. Throws outside, walks Jackson Smith. Both runners advance. Got a runner at first and second for Cole Smith. Garcia has some talking with his freshman pitcher Lidman for his second. Garcia returns back to home plate, or back behind home plate. Down by 9 runs with a runner in scoring position for Smith. You get check swing, strike 1. Limit throws. Another check swing. He has a ball. 1-1 count. There'll be a tip foul over to the right side out of the ballpark. Count is 1-2. Lemon checks second. Throws over to the right center field. That'll be a base hit. Runners advance. Bases loaded for the Braves. That was retrieved by Jake Dewar over at the right field. With 1 out, will be Mason Bradenbach, the right fielder for the Braves, stepping up to plate. With 1 out, bases loaded. 3 hits for the Braves. The lefty batter. And for the first time for the Braves, the bases are loaded. Bradenbach has 1 hit today. With his 44th pitch, Lippman throws. Strike 1. The Braves are looking to get some sort of points on the board, some sort of runs. Lippman checks second, throws. Tip foul of the left side behind the stadium. 0-2 count. Cole Smith at first, Jackson Smith at second. Ashton Horsham at third for the Braves, and hit over to the right center field. Runners advance. That'll be an RBI, stand-up double. RBI double as Horsham and Jackson Smith advance to the home plate and put the Braves on the board 9-2. Designated hitter for the Braves, Bobby Atkinson bat for the second time. Cole Smith at third, Brian Bach at second, so 2 runners in scoring position for Atkinson. Lippman checks second and third, throws, strike 1. And several Owls are heading over to the bullpen, warming up. Looks like Lippman's afternoon might come to an end shortly. Swing and a miss by Atkinson. Atkinson was struck out today. Lippman checks third, throws, hits down and cut into the hands of Brandon LaRoe. Be a second out. Still a runner at second and third as the pitching coach Jordan Bachman for the Owls taking a mountain visit to speak to his pitcher. 4 hits for the Braves, 2 runs here at the top of the 3rd inning after having given up 9 total runs to the Owls in the first 2 innings. So Bachman speaking to Lippman, got 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Just try to strike out Durbin, who's going to be heading up to the plate. Try to strike him out, who he is 0 for 1 today. Get him out and end the inning, the top of the inning early. Lippman checks second and third. Throws. Be a strike 1. Lippman checks second and third again. Throws. That'll be a foul tip to the left side. 0-2 count. Lippman pitches upstairs. Ball 1's a 1-2 count. For the runners on second and third, got Brian Bach at second, Cole Smith at third. For Bo Durbin, the second baseman for the Braves. Lippman throws. Big swing and a miss by Durbin, strikes him out. And the Owls in the top of the first, but not before giving up 2 runs to the Bradley Braves. When we return on FAU Owl Radio, Jake Dewar, Patrick Ward, Jake Millen do up for the Owls. You're listening to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 9-2 Owls lead in the bottom of the third inning. The Owls give up 2 runs at the top of the third. And the Owls starting offensively with Jake Dewar, the right fielder. Josh Vaughn, the freshman pitcher for the Braves, still on the mound. This 54th pitch will be a tip foul by Dewar over to the left side of the ballpark. 0-1 count. Dewar batting left. Vaughn throws outside. Ball 1, strike 1. Vaughn throws down the middle. 1-2 count. And yesterday, Dewar, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 RBI, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Batting at .488. Foul ball 1-2 count remains. Check swing, and Dewar will be struck out for the first out for Bradley at the bottom of the third. Patrick Ward back at bat for his 3rd plate appearance. His first plate appearance at the bottom of the first, he had a RBI single. Then his second plate appearance, also in the bottom of the first, he was walked way outside downstairs. Ball 1 for Vaughn, his 59th pitch. Base is empty. Vaughn throws. That'd be a hit by Ward to C.J. Trask, the third baseman, who throws it across to Timmy O'Brien for the second out for Bradley. Jake Millen now stepping up to bat for the 3rd time for the Owls. The lefty, the switch hitter, who is batting left, batting .260. With 2 runners out, he is .261. Strike 1 for Vaughn against Millen. Big swing and the miss by Millen. Be a strike 2. Here comes the pitch and a check swing by Millen. Chamberlain looks over to the third baseman, Jairo Martinez, who says that it was a ball, much to the displease for some of the Bradley fans in attendance. The 1-2 count. Vaughn throws upstairs, be a 2-2 count. pitch. And that'll be the third and final strikeout. A quick 1-2-3 for Josh Vaughn of Bradley. And that ends the third inning. The Owls up 9-2 as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Due up for the Braves be Timmy O'Brien, then Nick Cozy, and then CJ Trask when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here, 9-2 at Florida Atlantic leads over the Bradley Braves in the top of the fourth inning as the freshman Littman going against Timmy O'Brien of Bradley at bat, the right-hander, and that was a strike one. That'll be a tip foul over to the right side, be a 0-2 count. Littman today allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 1 batter, struck out 3. Here comes his 56th pitch for the freshman. Be a ball one, a 1-2 count. Check swing, 2-2 count. Check, 2-2 count. The Owls wearing green shirts for St. Patrick's Day, that is tomorrow. Braves wearing red. Big swing and a miss by O'Brien, and Littman retires O'Brien. The bottom, sorry, check that, the top of the fourth. Catcher Nick Cozy heading to the plate. The left-handed batter, who's the catcher for the Braves. The wind is strong today. Be a ball one. Two-0 count, and the wind is right now 19 miles per hour. With gusts of 29 miles. 2-1 count. You're wondering how that 19 mile per hour will be a huge effect in this game. And Hosey will be walked for the Braves. Now at bat, the third baseman, C.J. Trask. With a runner on first. Throws downstairs and away. Ball one. Lippman checks first. Two-0 count. Two-one count. That was a strike. Upstairs, 3-1 count. Lippman throws, and that will be downstairs, walks Trask. Lippman has walked two batters. Now runners advance. Runners at first and second for Ashton Horcham, the left fielder. Throws. Strike one. Horsham, the lefty, has a runner on first. That's C.J. Trask, and a runner on second, scoring position. That is Nick Hosey. Strike two, 0-2 count. With one out here at the top of the fourth inning. Lippman checking second. Throws. That'll be a fly out. Enters foul territory. And it'll be a foul ball. As Brando LaRoe, running from shortstop, couldn't catch the ball to get a second out. So it'll be a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Horcham remains at bat. Runners on first and second, one out. Florida Atlantic up 9-2. The outside ball one, a 1-2 count. Lippman has been pitching for 3.1 innings. Check second, throws. Tip foul behind home plate off the left side. Count remains 1-2. Lippman check second, throws. Upstairs, 2-2 count. That'd be a hit over to the right side, between the bases, over to Dewar at third. Sorry, check that at right field. Bases loaded for the second time this afternoon. For Jackson Smith at the top of the batting order, and John McCormick, the head coach for Florida Atlantic, will be making a pitching change as he steps up to the mound. That was an RBI single base hit to the right side that the right fielder Dewar caught. And Owls have Braves have bases loaded. Littman checks out from applause from the fans. When we return, moving on to the pitching change will be. You are listening to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on the FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 9-2, FAU up over Bradley in the bottom. So at the top of the fourth inning, Kide Adetuye, the pitching change for FAU. The left-handed pitcher, the redshirt freshman from Merritt Island, Florida, at bat with Jackson Smith, on the mound with Jackson Smith at bat for Bradley. With bases loaded, tip foul behind home plate. 0-1 count. Today, Smith has only one run and walked once. Today throws. That'll be his first strike, so it'll be 0-2 count. The 2-year throws be a wild pitch out, be a 1-2 count. This season, at a 2-year, a 7.94 ERA, 1-0 record, 7 mound appearances, 5.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 double, a 1 triple against 26 batters. This is his 27th of the season. 2-year throws, and high outside, almost hits Now that does hit Jackson Smith. So runners advance, and Nick Hosey reaches home. The third run for the Braves. Nine-3 score with Cole Smith at bat, batting right. Strike one. With 8 on the pitch clock out of 2 throws. That'll be hit over to the center field, and Marshall Lipsy returns back. Couldn't make the catch. Runners advance. Runners return, bases remain loaded. That'll be an RBI single. It's going to turn to a stand-up double. But now CJ Trask makes it home for the Braves. 9-4 lead for the Owls. Their lead is diminishing. Lipsy couldn't recall the catch as he had to turn his back and the ball landed in front of him. So with bases still loaded, 2A going against Mason Breitenbach. Breitenbach hits between the bases off the left side. And a 2-run. That'll be an RBI single, 2-run for Bradley. And Bradley is closing the gap. They were down 8-0 early in the game. And now they've put the Owls 8-run lead, shrunk it to a 3-run lead. The runners on first and second. Now at bat is Bobby Atkinson, the designated hitter for Bradley, and John McCormick heading back to the mound to make another pitching change. It's out of 2A. Have only pitched a little bit in this top of the fourth, having given up 4 runs. McCormick has seen enough, and the 2A is out. When we will return once again for the new pitcher here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox Greenberg. The Bradley Braves scoring 4 runs here at the top of the 4th. Another pitching change has been made for FAU. Steven Andrews, the right-handed senior from Delray Beach, Florida, a Kansas transfer. Starting here with runners on first and second for Bradley. Bobby Atkinson at bat for the Braves. And be behind home plate foul tip. Foul 1. Not only is Steven Andrews in his first, making his series debut, it also today is his trading card giveaway here in Boca Raton. Steven Andrews, a 5.25 ERA this season. He has a 1-0 record. Has pitched 12 innings this season. Allowed 9 hits, 8 runs. Committed 7 errors. Walked 1 batter, struck out 12. And only allowed 1 double. 12 on the pitch clock. Outside. 1-1 count. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Florida Atlantic was up by as much as 8 runs before Bradley started to chip away that lead. Now it's a 3. There's a hit behind, over to first from Millen to Martinez. Now be a double play, and that will end the top of the 4th when we return. Due up, Aiden Garcia, John Martinez, John Schroeder. You're listening to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. We are back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox Greenberg here, bottom of the 4th inning. And the new pitcher for the Bradley Braves, it's Gavin Thompson, the right-handed junior from Pekin, Illinois. Here in the bottom of the 4th. And Aiden Garcia, the catcher for FAU at bat. Be a ball 1 by Thompson. This season, Thompson 19.80 ERA, 0-2 record, 5 innings pitched, 11 hits, 11 runs, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts, allowing 2 home runs. That was a strike, so a 1-1 count. The infield Trask has moved inside, while the rest of the outfield shifted to the right and back. Hit over to between the bases at the left side. That'll be recovered by Horcham. That'd be an RBI single by Garcia. The Owls' 10th hit. John Martinez now stepping up to plate for Florida Atlantic. Martinez batting .377. Has a runner on first, no outs, and a ball one. Thompson throws. That'd be a fly out to left center. Caught by Cole Smith. And then out one. At the bottom of the 4th inning. John Schroeder back at bat with a .246 batting average. He had, for those who remember from last night's game, he had a 3-run home run off to the right center over the fences. The Owls 14-4 victory and a high outside upstairs 1-0 count. Nine 6 is the score. Thompson checks first. Throws. And with the wild pitch, Schroeder moves out of the way as Aiden Garcia steals second. Pitch was too close as Schroeder had to move out of the way for that. Count remains 2-0. With 1 out, a runner now in scoring position. Schroeder bats .205 with runners in scoring. Sorry, with the runners on base. He hits that over to the right field. That will be outside of foul. 2-1 count. Schroeder is 121 runners in scoring. Thompson checks second. Throws. 3-1 count. Thompson throws. Hits over to the right side, but again goes out of the foul territory off the right side, out of the ballpark, near to the basketball courts. Full count for Schroeder. Schroeder 2 hits, 1 run. This season, 16 hits, 15 runs, 13 RBIs. Struck out 14 times, has 2 doubles, 3 home runs. That'd be another ground foul to the right side. Count stays at full as he has a runner on second. Durbin moves in closer to the first baseman, O'Brien, in between the first and second base. Swing and a miss by Schroeder, and he is struck out. Out number 2 for Bradley. Joey Slattery, the left-handed batter, who is batting .333. Stepping to plate. Still with a runner on second, Thompson. Check second. Throws, gonna be upstairs, ball 1. Check second throws. That'd be a strike one, being the 1-1 count. Brando LaRoe on deck for Florida Atlantic, and the wind is picking up. Thompson throws, almost hits Slattery, the designated hitter for FAU, and a 2-1 count. Eight, 7 on the pitch clock. Thompson throws. Slattery hit that high, be a pop-out foul. And Hosey able to make the catch for the third and final out for Bradley. And they retire the 4th inning. Owls up 9-6, but Bradley is closing in. When we return here on FAU, Owl Radio will be at the top of the 5th with Durbin, O'Brien, and Hosey due up here on FAU Owl Radio. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. Top of the 5th, FAU is up 9-6. Bradley closing in the past couple of innings. The Owls opened the game up 9-0, but the Bradleys for the last 6 runs in the past 2 innings. And Steven Andrews, pitcher for FAU, on the mound, throws a ball to Bo Durbin, the second baseman for Bradley. Nine on the pitch clock. Andrews throws. Tip foul behind home plate off the left side. 1-1 count. That was a foul ball. Big swing and a miss by Durbin. 1-2 count. Be just outside, be a 2-2 count for Andrews. Today, Durbin, with 2 plate appearances, has been struck out once. 6 on the pitch clock. Thompson throws. Sorry, Andrews throws. That'd be a RBI single as that was grounded to the right. Over to Jake Dewar at right field. The 8th hit for Bradley. And the Braves have a runner on first, as Timmy O'Brien, the first baseman for Bradley. Batting right, the junior at the plate. Big swing and a miss by O'Brien for the first pitch by Timmy O'Brien. Checked out by Steven Andrews, his 9th pitch. Andrews throws. Strike 2 by Andrews. Last season, Andrews tied the team for the team lead with 5 wins. One, 2 is the count. Andrews goes and checks first. Five on the pitch clock for Andrews, and Durbin goes and steals second with these. The 2-2 count with now Durbin scoring position for Timmy O'Brien. Andrews signaling something to the bullpen, to the dugout. Check second. Throws. Count is at full. Andrews throws and be hit over into foul territory up to the right side out of the ballpark. Count remains at full for Timmy O'Brien. Tip foul behind home plate for O'Brien. Count stays at full. With no outs, runner on second, down by 3 runs, hits over again to foul territory up to the right side, out of the ballpark. Count remains at full for Timmy O'Brien. Swing and a miss by Timmy O'Brien, and he is struck out. The first K for Steven Andrews and the first out here at the top of the 5th inning. Stepping to plate is Nick Hosey, the catcher for Bradley, the lefty. The runner at second, Andrews checks second, throws. That was a rule of ball 1. Andrews throws high upstairs, 2-0 count. Bradley is looking to avoid the series sweep. The Owls have won the series already with their 14-4 victory Saturday and their shutout 6-0 victory on Friday to open the series. A check swing by Hosey, 3-0 count. Five on the pitch clock. Andrews throws, be a strike one, be a 3-1 count. Andrews checking second, throws, be grounded over to the third baseman, Patrick Ward, who throws to Millen at first. That's out number 2, as Durbin is able to make it safely to third for the third baseman, CJ Trask. Freshman right-hander 0 for 1 today. Heading to plate. Good thing for Andrews of him being right-handed. He keeps an eye on Durbin. Two outs, top of the 5th. FAU is up by 3, 9-6. Andrews almost falls after that pitch, be a strike one. Winds are still going strong here in Boca Raton. 19-mile-per-hour winds blowing northwest with gusts up to 26 miles per hour. Andrews throws downstairs off to the side, be a ball one, be a 1-1 count. Andrews throws, swing and a miss by Trask. 1-2 count. Andrews throws outside. 2-2 count. 2 outs, runner on third. Trask has 1 run, 1 walk. It's over to the foul territory, up to the right side, out of the ballpark, back to the basketball courts. The wind blowing the ball strong, far away from the stadium. Count is still 2-2. Andrews throws and be hit over to Patrick Ward. Ward throws to Millen. That'll be the third and final out. And the Owls, for the first time since the top of the second, have prevented Bradley from scoring any runs. It is 9-6 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with LaRoe, then back to Lipsy at the top of the batting order, and Dewar for Florida Atlantic when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox, Greenberg here. Bottom of the 5th inning, Owls are up 9-6. Have kept Bradley scoreless at the top of the 5th for the first time since the top of the 2nd inning. Brando LaRoe, the shortstop for FAU, at batting right against the right-handed pitcher Gavin Thompson. Be a 1-0 count as that was a ball. LaRoe batting .283. Today, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 RBI. Outside, 2-0 count. Has 1 RBI. Thompson throws, and down the middle, be a strike 1, 2-1 count. Thompson throws. Be a strike 2, 2-2 count. Owls haven't scored since the bottom of the 2nd inning. Be full count for Brando LaRoe. Owls open the game with a high-scoring 8-0 run, only to get 1 run at the bottom of the 2nd. LaRoe doesn't swing and is struck out. He thought he was able to walk, but turns out he was struck out. Be out number 1, and the 2nd K for Gavin Thompson as back to the top of the batting order for FAU. Marshall Lipsy, the center fielder, batting .360. I'll be back to the plate for FAU. Thompson throws, swing and a miss by Lipsy. 23rd pitch by Thompson. Marshall Lipsy tied 15th in the nation in hit by pitches per game with .62 per game, and tied 14th in hit by pitches with 10. As that's a wild pitch. Be a ball 1, be a 1-1 count. Actually be rolled a foul ball. 0-2 count for Lipsy. A .595 on base percentage for Lipsy. Thompson throws. Check swing by Lipsy. Ball 1, be a 1-2 count. Bradley bullpen does not love that call, as they thought he was struck out. Thompson throws. Low pitch. 2-2 count. Thompson throws, and low pitch again. Be a full count for the 2nd time at the bottom of the 5th. Drastic change on the infield. 3 to the right. Swing and a miss by Lipsy. He is struck out for the 2nd out for Brad. Actually, check that. Be a 3-2 count. So count is at full with 3 to the right in the infield, 1 to the left. And Lipsy is walked for the first time today and for the 18th time this season. Lipsy makes it to first. And if you want to try to get anything going offensively for if you're Florida Atlantic, after having a 2-inning scoring drought, you'll probably want this guy, Jake Dewar, leading the team right now with a .481 batting average. He's at bat with Lipsy on first with 1 out. Thompson checks Lipsy at first. Thompson throws, be upstairs. Ball 1. Thompson throws. That'll be grounded to the shortstop, Jackson Smith. And trying to get a double play. Couldn't, as Lipsy is now out. Dewar able to make it to first. So the Owls now 2 outs. Runner still at first with a new guy, that is Jake Dewar. Shortstop Patrick Ward batting .347. Batting right. Thompson throws. Upstairs, ball 1. Thompson throws. Just a bit upstairs, be a 2-0 count for Ward. Today, Ward 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Thompson throws. Check swing by Ward. 2-1 count. This is Ward's 52nd at bat. 17 hits, 17 runs, 9 RBIs, 9 walks, 11 strikeouts, 1 home run, 2 doubles, 6 doubles this season. Strike 2-2 count. Thompson throws. Tip foul up to the right side behind the ballpark. The count stays at 2-2. Two outs in the top. Sorry, check that. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Florida Atlantic up 9-6. Haven't scored since the bottom of the 2nd inning. They have stopped Bradley from scoring to the top of the 5th. Ward, and that'll be a base hit between the 2nd and 3rd base, grounded to the left side to Horcham. Runners advance, being an RBI single. Now there's a runner on scoring position for Jake Millen of Florida Atlantic. The 11th hit for FAU. Left-handed batter. The switch hitter for FAU, the senior. Ward at first, Dewar at second. Thompson checks Dewar at second, throws. Strike 1. Wind is still picking up. Thompson throws. Swing and the miss by Millen. 0-2 count. Tip foul behind home plate for the 40th pitch for Gavin Thompson of Bradley. Count remains 0-2. Be a pop out heading outside the foul line, out of the left side of the ballpark. The count remains 0-2. With 12 on the pitch clock, Thompson throws, be a low pitch, wild pitch out of the hands of Hosey, and runners advance based on that error. They won't be ruling that an error. It'll be a still 1-2 count. With now Ward at second, Dewar at third. The umpire, Ray Chamberlain, possibly dinged up a little bit from that wild pitch as I was through the hands of Nick Hosey. Turns out he's finding one Florida Lang fan actually was applying for the umpire. That was good to see. 1-2 count remains. Jake Millen. Batting with a 257. Large real estate open down the middle in the center, around the center field behind the second plate for Millen, but it doesn't matter because he gets hit by the back of his right ankle, and Millen makes it to home, and bases are loaded for FAU at the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitching coach for Bradley, Andrew Werner, stepping to speak to the pitcher and the infield for the Bradley Braves. Telling Thompson what to do. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Thompson has walked 1 batter, struck out 2. Not bad for FAU is Aiden Garcia with a 308 batting average. With bases loaded, he is 500. With runners in scoring position, he is 391. Dangerous hitter to be pitching against. Now the catcher for for Florida Atlantic, Aiden Garcia, batting left today. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 plate appearances. And he hits over to the right center field, just at the feet of Mason Bryanbach. RBI single, be a 2 runs for Florida Atlantic. They're back to scoring after a scoring drought that lasted 2 innings. Florida Atlantic up now 11-6 over Bradley. At the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Millen at first. Check that. Garcia at first. Millen at second. As Ward and Dewar head home. 12th hit for FAU. Right-handed batter John Martinez, the second baseman. Is that bat? Got ball 1. His top of his bat flies over to the right field again to the feet of Mason Bryanbach. RBI single, and Millen heads home as Garcia makes it to third. And Dominguez trying to see if Garcia got tagged at third. The officiating crew meeting up at the middle of the field to discuss what the ruling is. Garcia slid to third just as Trask caught the ball. 13 hits though for FAU. They're up by 5 now. Bradley did a good job trying to chip away from the lead. Chip away FAU's 8-run lead to 3. But the Owls now pushed it back to 5. Winds are picking up very heavy. Got runners on the corners for John Schroeder if it is ruled that Martinez wasn't out. And now John McCormick going to be speaking to one of the umpires. Being told what the ruling is. And they ruled it a out. So the score remains 11-6, but Garcia has been ruled out at third as he was tagged out. So that'll do it for the 5th inning. When we return, it will be Ashton Horsham, and then back to the top of the batting order with Jackson Smith, then Cole Smith at the top of the 6th when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. Top of the 6th inning, the Owls are actually up 12-6. They scored 3 runs at the bottom of the 5th inning, breaking a 2-run scoreless drought as Cole Fry, actually check that, Max Martzoff, the left-handed pitcher, senior from Port St. Lucie, Florida, on the mound. He appeared in the first game against Bradley. Strike 1. Marzov telling something to the first base umpire. Oh, 1 count. Martzoff pitched 1 inning on Friday, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. There's a pop out, and Martzoff looking to try to make a catch, and runs into his catcher, but Garcia makes a ridiculous catch right in front of the fence behind home plate. Actually, check that. Apologies, not Max Martov. It's actually Cole Fry at plate. The right-handed junior from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Barry University transfer, did not appear in the game after transferring from Barry last year. Fry pitches. Ball one. As Smith had a duck for that. Throws outside. 2-0 count. 1 out. No drastic changes for the infield. Smith hits that to the left center field, and Lipsy makes a great catch. 2nd out for the Owls. Cole Smith, right-handed batter, 2 for 3 today. Stepping to plate today. 2 hits, 1 RBI. His 3rd plate appearance. He had a single, and then 4th plate appearance, he had an RBI single to first. We have strike 1 there by Fry. It's high. That'll be a fly out to shallow right field from Cole Smith into the hands of Jake Dewar. And a quick 1-2-3, top of the 6th inning for the FAU defense. The Owls still lead 12-6 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning with Schroeder, then Slattery, then LaRoe, and due up for Florida Atlantic when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. The bottom of the 6th inning, a quick 1-2-3 inning for the FAU defense. The Owls lead 12-6. They're back on offense. Gavin Thompson pitching. John Schroeder, the left fielder, with 2 hits, 1 run. And a grounded to the shortstop, Smith. Smith throws to Timmy O'Brien at first. And Schroeder is out for the first out at the bottom of the 6th inning. Now the designated hitter, Joey Slattery, batting .300 at the plate, batting left, has 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Thompson throws, and Slattery hits it over to the right field, and that's the wall on the warning track. And that'll be a stand-up double for Slattery as Brian Bach couldn't get a hold of the ball. If the wind was a little bit of Slattery's friend, that ball would have easily gone over the fences, but was just shy. So for LaRoe, he has a runner in scoring position at second, and Elvis Dominguez, the head coach for Bradley, making a pitching change for Brando LaRoe stepping up to bat. So we will return with that pitching change when we return here on FAU Owl Radio. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here, 12-6 FAU. In the bottom of the sixth inning, they're on offense. Brando LaRoe, the shortstop at bat, going against the new pitcher for Bradley, left-hander junior from Johnson, Iowa, Jack Pemble. His first pitch is a ball one. Runner at second for FAU, that's Joey Slattery, with a stand-up double that went all the way deep into right field. Pemble throws outside, ball two. Pemble, a Kirkwood Community College transfer in his first year at Bradley. Previously played at Kirkwood for 2 seasons. His career posted a 4.29 ERA, with a 3.00 ERA in his last season, with a total of 70 strikes, as LaRoe hits it into shallow right field out of the hands of Brian Bach, and runners on the corners. LaRoe at first, Slattery at third. Back to the top of the batting order, Marshall Lipsy. His first plate appearance, he went to first. He got a single, then got struck out again in the first inning. Then at the second inning, at the third inning, checked out at the fifth inning, he got walked and a tip foul behind home plate, be a strike one. LaRoe at first, he has 7 stolen bases. Good news for, that'd be good for Pemble. For him being left-handed, he can keep an eye on LaRoe. Pemble throws. Be a strike 2, 0-2 count. 15 hits for FAU, 8 for Bradley. 1 out, runners on the corners. At the bottom of the 6th, Lipsy with a 3.60 ERA. Pemble throws. Lipsy down the line, foul line. Caught by O'Brien. Throws it to Bo Durbin, and that will be a double play. That ends it at the 6th inning. Owls still up 12-6 as we head to the top of the 7th inning with Breitenbach, then Atkinson, then Durbin, all left-handed batters due up for Bradley when we return on the top of the 7th inning here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg, top of the 7th inning, 12-6, Florida Atlantic leads. Cole Fry on the pitcher's mound for Florida Atlantic with Bradley's Mason Breitenbach, the third baseman. 3 hits, 4 RBIs in the double at bat. Tries to go for a bunt check swing and a strike 1. Check that ball 1. Breitenbach, it's into the hands of Millen at first. It was near down the line, the foul line, but just fair in play. And a great catch by Millen. Gets the first out at the top of the 7th inning. Bobby Atkinson, designated hitter for Bradley. Also batting left. The senior 0 for 3 today against Breitenbach. Check that. Against Fry, mind you. 0-1 count, as that was a strike. Base down the line. And between the right side. Millen was able to retrieve it. And the first base umpire, Mayhew Edwards, rules Atkinson safe.
That's terrible.
At first.
Terrible.
John McCormick not too pleased. I don't know if he threw off his hat or the wind, but definitely not too pleased with that call, nor were some FAU fans. 12-6, FAU up. 1 out, runner for Bradley at first, right as of now, that's Atkinson. And McCormick telling his catcher Garcia to back off. He was also trying to speak to the umpire. McCormick trying to figure out why he got struck out by Atkinson, was ruled safe. Now the umpires having a chat. At the infield inside the diamond. Atkinson hit the ball, grounded to the right side, where Millen, the first baseman, ran to get it, so there was no one covering the first base. The officials having a long time trying to discuss what the play is, whether Atkinson was ruled safe or not. Second time in the past 2 innings, the officials had a talk, and they have ruled him, Atkinson, safe officially. Bo Durbin, second baseman for Bradley, now at bat. Also a left-handed batter. Got a runner on first. Fry checks first. Throws. Durbin has a high over to the left field. And great catch by John Schroeder at left. That will be a second out for the Owls. Timmy O'Brien, the first baseman, right-handed batter, and McCormick will be making another pitching change, it seems like, as John McCormick in the infield head over. He'll be making a pitching change for Florida Atlantic. We'll return once we have word of who the new pitcher is on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here, top of the 7th inning, 12-6 FAU, 2 outs, and a new pitcher, that is Joey Abazia, The right-hander freshman from Coscob, Connecticut, played at American Heritage High School in Delray Beach. And for the swing and the miss for the first pitch for Abazia to Timmy O'Brien, the first baseman for Bradley. Be a strike one. Atkinson on first. Another swing and the miss for O'Brien, who was 0 for 3 today. Got struck out twice. Abazia throws outside. Ball one, be a 1-2 count. Eight on the pitch clock. Now 5. Abazia. Here comes the pitch and a high upstairs. 2-2 count. Abazia this season through 3 innings. Allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, a swing and a miss, check, and caught the batter swinging, and Abazia ends the top of the 7th for the Owls. 3 straight innings of Bradley has been scoreless. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for FAU is Dewar, Ward, then Millen. We'll be back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox, Greenberg here. Bottom of the 7th inning. FAU is up 12-6, and they're on offense. Jake Pemble, the pitcher for Bradley, going against Jake Dewar of FAU. Dewar leading the team in batting average with .476. First pitch is inside, strike one. That was Pemble's 7th pitch. Outside to the right. 1-1 count. Pemble has allowed 1 hit. This is his 3rd batter he's facing. Just to the left, 2-1 count. Today, Dewar, 1 hit, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 double. As a leadoff, he is .609. Check swing, 3-1 count. Swing and a miss by Dewar, be a full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Five on the pitch clock. 2 now. And a wild pitch. The wind was blowing when that happened. So Dewar will be walked. He heads to first. Now it'll be Pat Ward again. With the fourth best batting average of the team with a 360. Infield has shifted slightly to the left against Ward, who is batting right. Upstairs, ball 1. Pemble checks first. Throws, swing and a miss by Ward, be a 1-1 count. Millen on deck. Pemble throws. Ward hits, but it goes into foul territory off to the left side. 1-2 count. FAU batters are 15 for 31 with that's a 484 batting average overall. Been walked 6 times, struck out 8, 2 extra base hits. Tip foul behind home plate, be 1-2 count still. The ground ball up to the third baseman, the shortstop, Smith, who throws over to O'Brien at first. Ward ruled safe, however, Dewar is now out. So 1 out for FAU, runner on first. That's a new guy, that's Pat Ward. As Millen, switch hitter, now batting right. The senior. High pitch, ball 1. Pemble throws. Millen hits over to the left side in the foul territory. 1-1 count. Pemble throws. Just upstairs, 2-1 count. Millen with a 257 batting average. With runners on base, 295. Three seconds on the pitch clock. Grounds it to the shortstop, Millen. Check that, not Millen, to Smith, who throws it over to O'Brien at first. Millen is out. However, Ward makes it to second. So with 2 outs, runner in scoring position at second for the catcher, Aiden Garcia. Batting .325. The FAU batters with the runners in scoring position. 9 for 16 with a .563 batting average. Pemble checks second. checks second again, and looks to try to throw over the second as Ward makes it back to base. Garcia, the lefty, versus Pemble, the lefty. Pemble throws. Ball one. Pemble checks second. Throws. Outside, just to the left. Ball two. 2-0 count. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Owl is up by 6, 12-6. Pemble throws low, be a ball 3. Pemble has walked one batter. Pemble throws and check swing by Garcia, and Garcia is walked to first. I got 2 runners on base for John Martinez. The freshman second baseman. Pemble, check second. Throws. We strike 1. Martinez with runners on base, 366, with runners in scoring position, 370, and with 2 out, 350. Be upstairs, 1-1 count. Martinez batting a 380 on base percentage of 432. Today, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Pemble throws, and Martinez is over to the right center field, and that'll be in between both Smith and Bryanbach as both runners advance. That'll be a stand-up double for Martinez as Ward makes it home and Garcia makes it to third. 16th hit for FAU, up by 7 now, 13-6. 2 outs, runners at second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. For the switch hitter, John Schroeder, 239 batting average. Schroeder batting right. Come close, and Schroeder is first. Hits over behind, over the shoulder of Horcham at the warning track. Horcham throws it over to the infield as Schroeder celebrates at second, and Garcia and John Martinez both score for FAU. FAU grows their lead up to 9. Back to 9 for FAU. They're up 15-6. At the bottom of the 7th, they've scored 3 runs, 2 outs, 17 hits. Runner at second in scoring position. And Dylan LaPointe going to be pinch hitting for Joey Slattery at the 8th in the batting order. LaPointe with a 306 batting average. 400 with runners in scoring position. And that would be a foul tip behind home plate. Be a strike 1. This season, LaPointe, 11 hits, 8 runs, 12 RBIs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 3 doubles, and 3 home runs. LaPointe played yesterday for FAU. He He started for them as the catcher. He had 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 strikeout. Pemble throws down the middle, strike 2. Actually, be checked out. Be a ball 1, strike 1. Right-handed batter. Swing and a miss by LaPointe. 1-2 count. Schroeder at second for FAU. Upstairs, 2-2 count. Pemble checking second. Throws. LaPointe, that's a high, that'll be a pop out. And that makes it to the crowd. Behind the home plate, the foul ball, 2-2 count still remains. If you were to give who will be the MVP of this series, definitely got to give it to John Schroeder with a big night yesterday, having a 3-run home run, 5 RBIs, leading the team, leading actually both teams in RBIs, and then just having that stand-up double that lets you 2 runs for FAU to extend their lead. And LaPointe pop out to the second baseman, Durbin, and that ends it. At the bottom of the 7th, Owls score 3 runs, up 15-6 as we enter the top of the 8th with Hosey, then Trask, then Horcham for FAU, for Bradley. And also a pitching change for Florida Atlantic 2 when we return at the top of the 8th here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox Greenberg here, 15-6. Florida Atlantic up here at the top of the 8th. Defense is playing with Riley Whitmer pitching for FAU. The first pitch for him was just short. That would be a ball one. That was a wild pitch. Whitmer, right-hander sophomore from Naples, Florida. The Florida transfer as a true freshman last year. He appeared in 4 games for the Gators. And the pinch hitter for Nick Hosey, the catcher, is Kenton Unruh. 3-0 count. Unruh batting right. The freshman. The freshman from Kansas City, Missouri. 3-1 count. He holds the Staley High School home run record and was named a 2-time All-State nominee. His father, Chris, played baseball at Emporia State. Full count. This season, 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts for Unruh. Whitmer throws low, downstairs, and walks Unruh. As third baseman CJ Trask returns to the plate, the right-hander. Whitmer this season pitching 6.1 innings, allowing 10 hits, 5 runs, committing 5 errors, walking 4 batters. So that was a strike one right there. And allowing 2 doubles and 2 home runs. He has a 7.11 ERA. Oh, his whip is 2.21. It was a low pitch, be a ball 1, strike 1. Trask has 1 run and 1 walk this game for Bradley. Wild pitch outside, and Unruh will steal second. Count stays 2. Count is 2-1. Whitmer throws, and be a swing and a miss by Trask. 2-2 count. Grounds it to the shortstop LaRoe, who throws over to Millen at first. Now will be the first out at the top of the 8th. Ashton Horcham, the third base, the left fielder. Lefty at bat. 2 hits, 2 runs. And Kenton Unruh is at third now. He's got runner in scoring position for Horsham. 12 on the pitch clock, and that'll be a strike 1. And Horsham hits a tip foul behind home plate off the left side. 0-2 count. Runner at third. 1 out. Down by 9. Bradley really needs to get going to get back into this game. They were able to cut the lead down by 3 at one point, but then FAU got back scoring. Ball 1, 2 strikes. Whitmer checks third. Almost hits Hortstrom as he had to move out. 2-2 count. Whitmer throws. That'll be hit over in a fly out into shallow left center field as LaRoe will catch that. The win, pushing the ball closer. Be the second out. So Unruh still at first. Check that. Still at third. As Jackson Smith back up to the batting order for Bradley. Smith with his 2 runs, 1 RBI, 1 walk. He got hit by a pitch in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Jackson Smith. The shortstop for Bradley. 0-1 count. Outside. Ball 1, strike 1. Whitmer throws. Tip foul off the left side. 1-2 count. Unruh at third. And it'll be hit over to the left field, caught by Schroeder. And Schroeder retires the top of the 8th inning as Bradley, for the 4th straight time, are scoreless. Owls lead 15-6 when we return to the bottom of the 8th. Will be LaRoe, then back to the top of the batting order with Lipsy and then Dewar here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 15-6 FAU leads here at the bottom of the 8th. As Reese Clapp, the new pitcher for Bradley, he appeared on the series opener Friday. Clap throws, and his first pitch is a ball once that was downstairs. Clap, the right-handed junior from Columbia, Missouri, a Columbia college transfer in his first year at Bradley. 1-1 count, as that was a strike. On Friday, Clap pitched 2.2 innings, walked 1 batter, struck out 3 against 8 batters. LaRoe foul tip behind home plate, be a 1-2 count. LaRoe, the shortstop, the right-hander. As a leadoff hitter, he has .333 batting average, .291 today. 3 hits, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. And check swing. 2-2 count. Clap throws, and LaRoe hits that over to the right center field at the feet of Cole Smith. And he makes it to first. That's an RBI single. Runner on first for Florida Atlantic as Marshall Lipsy back at bat. 1 for 4 today with a .353 batting average. Batting left. Strike 1 for the 6th pitch by Clap. Lipsy today, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strike, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Be a ball 1, strike 1. Clap throws. Lipsy tip foul off the left side of the field of play. 1-2 count. LaRoe, who's at first, he has 7 stolen bases. Clap has to keep an eye on LaRoe. Turns his back to check, turns his head to check on LaRoe. High pitch, 2-2 count. FAU has 18 hits. Bradley has 9. FAU has an opportunity to extend their lead to 10 or more into the double digits, and almost hits Lipsy. Full count. And entering this series, Lipsy tied 14th in the nation in hit by pitches and tied 15th in hit by pitches per game. And Lipsy is walked for the 20th time this season. I got runners on first and second for Jake Dewar. No outs, runners on first and second, up by 9. Clap throws for his 12th pitch to Dewar, the right fielder for FAU, batting .476, and that is a strike 1. Big swing and a miss by Dewar. Be a strike 2. This season, Dewar, 39 hits, 21 runs, 19 RBIs, 16 walks, 5 strikes. 7 doubles, 1 home run, 1 stolen base, 1 sacrifice fly. Tip foul behind home plate. Count remains 0-2. Tip foul again over to the left side. Count stays 0-2 as that ball rolled to the Bradley dugout. Clap throws, be grounded to Durbin, a shortstop, and a double play by the Bradley Braves as Lipsy and Dewar are out as LaRoe makes his way to third. Clap throws and a check swing by Patrick Ward, who's batting .353. Ward is .400 with runners in scoring position, .238 with 2 out. 8 on the pitch clock. Tip foul off to the left side. Foul ball number 1. 0-1 count. Clap throws. Ward hits it to the right center. Gotta go steep the wind and helps as Cole Smith, the center fielder, able to retrieve it and gets the third and final out. And the Owls, for the first time since the bottom of the 6th inning, are scoreless as we head to the top of the 9th as Bradley Braves are hoping to try and cut the lead down from 9. And hopefully try to get a win as we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio, the top of the 9th inning as FAU on defense, strike, ball one for MJ Bullinger, the new pitcher, the right-hander, sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, coming in to be the closer for FAU. FAU is up 15-6. Cole Smith upstairs, ball two. Cole Smith, center fielder for Bradley. He's at bat. Due up will be then Mason Breidenbach and then Bobby Atkinson. Cole Smith has 1 RBI. Two one count. That was a strike one. Bullinger, 1.93 ERA. This season has a 1-1 record. 5 starts. As that is grounded out to the left side. LaRoe throws to Millen. And Cole Smith is ruled safe at first. Breidenbach, the lefty. 3 for 4 today. Let's see how Bullinger, with his 12 hits this season, 3 runs, 1 walk, 15 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. See how he handles Mason Breidenbach, as Bradley now has 10 hits today. FAU has 18. Off to the left side, that'd be a strike one. Today, Breidenbach 3 hits, 4 RBIs, 1 double. The infield has shifted drastically to the left. No one near the third base side as the lefty Breidenbach and Bullinger checks on Cole Smith at first. Bradley batters are 10 for 33. They have a 303 batting average. Been walked 4 times, been struck out 6, only 1 extra base hit. And it's grounded out between, on the right side, that'll be RBI single as Cole Smith makes it to third. He's got runners on the corners, the 11th hit for Bradley. That went in between Martinez and Ward. So now Bobby Atkinson with no outs and runners on the corners. He's looking to send Smith home. Bullinger throws high. Ball one. Bradley batters 11 for 34, 324 batting average. With runners on base, 6 for 18 with a 333. And that is a tip foul. That is high. Off to the right side out of the field play. 1-1 count. Bradley, 5 for 14. The runners in scoring position with a 357 batting average. Bullinger checks on Breidenbach at first. Rose down the middle, strike 2. Owls are 3 outs away from securing their 17th win on the season and completing the series sweep and extending their win streak to 7. Hits high to the left field. Now it's going to be caught by Schroeder, who throws to the catcher. That'll be 2 runs for Bradley. (15-8). Bo Durbin now 1 for 4 today. One out for the Owls have collected. Big swing and a miss by Durbin. Good check. That'll be 15-7, not 15-8. Tip foul behind on home plate. 0-2 count. Throws, hits, back to the same area, left field, a great catch by John Schroeder, and loses possession of it. And Brian Bach will be ruled out, and that will end the game. That'll be ruled a double play. The Owls defeat Bradley Braves 15-7. The Owls are now 17 for 3 on the season. 18 hits compared to Bradley's 11. Bradley committed 2 errors. FAU didn't. Owls win 15-7. Thank you for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Signing off.